Good afternoon everyone. I hope you all had an enjoyable Christmas. I did. As promised, I will be back tomorrow with selections, but I have in the meantime produced a small video to illustrate how to place what I would call insurance bets. Now this video of course will hold no interest whatsoever to those gung-ho gladiatorial types who like to back only and enjoy the risks associated with that. It's more for people like myself, who although we like to gamble, we really don't like to entertain the possibility of losing any significant amounts of money. That's how I like to gamble anyway. As you know, if using the Backlay 75% method, there are two situations that can result in a poor day for us. The first of course is not to have enough winners. I apologise for that in advance, there's nothing I can do about it. I select as many as I can. The second situation is a little more annoying, however, in as much as we can have a winner, but because the price has drifted significantly, that winner can actually cost us money. Now, I don't know about you, but there's something offensive to me about going to all the trouble of picking a winner, and then, by virtue of the fact that it wins, it costs money. I would much sooner be cheering my selections on as they approach the final hurdle, rather than hoping they will somehow manage to make a mess of it and lose the race. What I do then is place insurance bets, in effect to safeguard my money a little bit. In the cases when this sort of thing happens, here's how I do it. Well, first of all, I open the bet engine and I load the CSV file containing today's selections. As you can see from the screen, I have the all singing, all dancing version of the bet engine, which enables me to run 10 separate systems on the program. When placing my insurance bets, I use systems 2, 3 and 4. I therefore load the CSV file into all three systems, as you can see. System 2 is of course for me the 75% lay bet, whilst systems 3 and 4 are the insurance back bets. I place these bets to a stake of 25% of my lay bet. This is a purely arbitrary figure I came up with. You can of course use different amounts should you wish. The first thing you have to do though is to go to the top of the screen and click Settings. When the box opens, you make sure that the Enable Overrides box is ticked and then click Save. If you now look down at the bottom of the screen, you will see that there are a number of extra options against each horse. You scroll the window to the right until you come across the option Min-O, which stands for minimum odds. The first insurance bet I place using system 3 will take effect if a horse drifts 2 points or more from my original back price. In the case of the first horse I selected, the back odds were 4.5, so I place a figure of 6.5 in the minimum odds column. In the case of the second horse, it was 7, so that becomes 9. In the case of the third horse, it was 12, so that becomes 14. All this actually means is that nothing will happen unless one or more of these horses drift 2 points or more prior to the off. If that is the case, then the bet engine will place a bet for me backing that horse for £9.37. If of course it never reaches that price, then no bet is placed. I then go through all of my selections doing exactly the same thing, that is entering a price 2 points greater than my original back price. Moving on to system 4, I then carry out the same operation, only this time the price I enter is 5 points greater than the original back price. For instance, 4.5 becomes 9.5, 7 becomes 12, and 12 becomes 17. Again, nothing will happen unless this horse drifts 5 points, in which case the bet will kick in. After doing that, I then make sure I activate both systems in order for this to take effect when necessary. I make no claims that this will make the overall profit greater. It's simply a way of smoothing out the bumps and ensuring that big drifters still return a profit rather than returning a loss. As you can appreciate, with the majority of selections, nothing at all will happen, but in the case of those that do drift, those extra bets are placed, and if the horse then goes on to lose, they are of course losing bets. I appreciate that this is more work and takes more time without any guarantee of increasing profits, but it is more a matter of whether you have the time available and whether this sort of safeguard appeals to your personality as it does to mine. Hope this helps, and I'll see you tomorrow.